I think one of the reasons why we're doing so great is that we actually all like each other.
Yeah.
Well,
for the most part.
For the most part.
Let me just get into that.
Before we get into that, let me ask these questions. Blitz, if you were having a surprise party for Anna, okay, a surprise party for Anna, and Anna and I are friends, and you and I are real good friends.
Yep.
Would you invite me?
Yes, although I will say it's a little different because Anna works here.
Right.
So that's kind of, but yes.
Okay. Dan, if you were having a surprise party for Romina, Romina's kind of a different character because I don't know Romina as well as I know Ashley.
How about for Steven?
Yes, for somebody that I know, Steven, yes. If you were having a surprise party for Steven and you didn't invite me, I would be butthurt.
Well, you'd be coming out of the cake, popping out of the cake.
Yeah, whatever.
Like a stripper.
Jesus.
Some
I want
money.
to be there for that
That's
party.
a huge cake. Sorry.
So here's what happened. Lummy, I really, really, really think highly of you, not only on the air and what you do for me and the show and just all the things behind the scenes. You just don't sit over there and look stupid and keep Trapper Keeper notes. You do a lot of things. A lot of best of stuff, a lot of BA. You run BAR. You work with Gary Cantrell and some of our video guys and make videos. And you work with Rhett.
He's very enthusiastic about it
for YouTube, and you do a sports show, and you do a lot. You do some lawn maintenance and some heavy, Lummy. You're a utility guy, and you do it all. And most of it, Lummy, goes unnoticed and certainly unthanked and appreciated. But it certainly doesn't go unnoticed by me because I know that you do it. And I love you to death, and I would do anything for you. And I've known you since 2006. You're salt of the earth. Well, so I thought. You're salt of the earth. I absolutely, you're a friend. And for probably with the exception of Rhett, and Rhett, this isn't a slide on you. I just haven't got to know you. But you and I really aren't friends outside of work. Not saying that we couldn't be, but it would take a little bit more time for us to be, working together in order to get to that level. I certainly don't hate you. Just, but we're just coworkers. That's all we are.
Understandable.
Sure. Now it can become more. Now Anna and I have become so much more. We're friends. I missed Anna. Please, nobody take this creepy. I'm not being creepy about it. I did put on my reel that she was a cute bitch.
Thank you.
But
and as I was watching your video yesterday, as you were, playing a Palestinian baseball player and yelling at people, and I was like, God, I've missed that voice.
So Anna and I have become friends. Anna, if you were having a surprise party for Blitz, you know damn well I'd probably be the first person you
Absolutely,
invited.
top of the list.
Dan, you and I are best friends. Blitz, you and I are best friends. Mm-hmm. Lummy, you're in that category. You're like a notch below the sumo Larry Plumbers, Dan, Fabrizi, Tom Bean, Steve J. You're below. You're right, Jimmy K. You're right there on that next level, Lummy. You're my friend. You're truly my friend.
Thank you.
And you've done so much for me, free and you're my friend. He's
gonna help you break out windows.
You're my friend. You're really my friend. And so, I don't know what night it was, what day it was.
26th.
I am just hanging out at home. I don't got anything to do, which I genuinely like. I'm catching up on some of my shows. I'm going to the gym. I'm working on my side-by-side. I come to the studio 2 or 3 times. And, I'm really enjoying my vacation. Well, I start looking at social media a little bit. And I start seeing, again, chat, I need you to be, open-minded about this. Lummy has decided to pick Tate's Pizza, which I wonder where he got that idea. And
I did say it multiple times.
To have a surprise birthday party for his wife, Ashley. And so I start seeing on social media, Big Red and Creatine Travis and Heather Wiz and all these people, all of our friends, all the Bubba Army royalty, it's all Bubba Army. But first of all, everybody that's there is Bubba Army.
May I ask you a question?
Most of it's royalty. Yes, please.
I just want to confirm that it was indeed a surprise party.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we were going. Her parents were going to be there, but it was a surprise.
I see. Okay.
So-
All right. Thank you.
I noticed that Lummy has thrown a surprise party for his wife, and he just didn't invite her parents and his parents and family. It was Bubba Army. I mean, Lummy, was it not?
Yes, there was a couple.
A couple?
Yeah.
No, there was a lot.
Okay, there was 5.
Okay, that's more than a couple.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. So there's 5, and not
That's a
just
handful.
5, not just 5 sets.
Oh.
Oh, I Big Red, his wife, Cretan Travis, his wife Heather Wiz, and Mitch the Mark. That's
6.
That's 6.
okay.
That's
And
more,
7 because OFF's pregnant. So
yeah.
sorry.
7 because there's a
true.
fetus in there, and you know that fetus is coming out, Bubba Army, right? I mean, so let's be honest, Lummy. 6 is more than a couple.
Yeah, you are
Okay,
correct.
All right. So I start seeing all these postage. Yeah, trust me, I saw a lot of that too. I start seeing all these postings of, oh my God, happy birthday, Ashley, and I'm like, why didn't he invite me? Like, why didn't he invite me? So I ask Lummy, and then of course I get the standard Anna, if you could please. Now, not only am I your boss, but I'm your friend. And so, Lummy, I instantaneously start thinking, well, the only reason why Lummy wouldn't invite me is because Ashley doesn't like me.
No, that's not it at all.
May I ask another question?
Yes, all you want, please.
When did you make the first text to Lummy? Was it after the celebration? Was it during the celebration?
I don't know.
It
Lummy,
was
you
after
might be-
because it started at 5, but
All right.
so it started early. And after I talked to you on the phone that day, which you were very aggravated, and I did tell you it was Ashley's birthday and that we were doing something, but you were pretty pissed off when you were talking to me on the phone.
About what?
The Hootie thing. Hootie bothering you all day. And I even told you, I said, I'm giving her a gift because I have a party later with Ashley.
You
and
didn't
you're
tell
like,
me, Lummy.
Yes, I said I was doing a gift exchange because we have a party later on. And you said, don't text Hootie, call Hootie and tell him to leave me alone. And I'm like, Velva is pissed. And because you were busy that day, and I totally get it. And you're like, I
Lummy.
have a full schedule.
Lummy.
So you said I have a party tonight, but
Lummy.
and you
5.
didn't invite
It
him
was-
to it.
Lummy.
No.
Oh, okay.
You did not put, I have the exchange
No,
right
no,
here.
it was on the phone. I
Lummy.
literally said it on the phone to you.
No,
Because you said, why aren't you picking up the phone to me?
Lummy.
All right, I'll just stop. I am wrong. I did not invite you, and I am sorry. I was trying to be courteous,
It just
and I bothered you.
more importantly, it hurt my feelings.
and I get it
And
after the fact.
because it's like, you know what? I probably wouldn't have gone. I know you overthought it because you thought I was freaking out over the Hootie deal, and that's a whole other situation in itself. But could you just at least said, hey, Bubba, by the way, I know you're busy and pissed and mad at the world right now, but you know what? I'm having a little get together for my wife, Travis, Larry Bellagio, wife with kid and belly. Big Red, not a fan with the nice kickers, and Mitch the Mark are all coming down at Tate's. I know Tate's is not that far from your apartment, and you like Tate, and if you like to swing on by, I'd love to have you. I probably would have said...
Has he ever said anything that articulate in his life, Bubba?
Anna, you make another great point.
Thank you.
But I'm just... and you know what, Anna? And he's on the radio. He should be. He should be making all those type of articulations. So, Lummy, I got mad as hell at you when I'm seeing... when I'm seeing all these festivities and I wasn't invited. It just... Lummy, it just kind of like hurt my feelings. I'm just like, wow, I'm not good enough. I'm his boss. I'm his coworker. I'm his friend. And he invited everybody but me. Blitz got invited.
Well, to be fair, he mentioned something, and I had to go ask him about it, and then I was invited. So,
Dan, were you invited?
Dude, I partied it up the whole time.
Oh, my God.
You didn't see the posts? No, I was
He
not
popped out of the
invited.
cake,
Dan was
Bubba.
giving
I was
Ferrari
not,
rides
I was
there.
not invited.
So, anyway,
May I make an analysis, a point of analysis?
yes, please.
I think that you're looking at the lack of invitation as an insult, and I think that Lummy was looking at the invitation as a bother to you because you guys don't have the same love language. He's thinking he's bothering you, but in reality, you probably wouldn't have gone, but everybody likes to go
And that's
get the invite. Doesn't necessarily mean you want to go to the party.
and that's kind of what I told Bubba as well.
And that, to be honest, and I know everyone's just going to take crap on me, but that is true.
No, honestly, chat's taking a complete crap on me. I'm a diva.
No,
they really are. And listen, I'll take it if I'm being a diva. More importantly, buddy, we have a relationship dating back to 06. And you know, the Jimmy Clevises and the Dans and the Fabrizis and things like that, the friends that are on that level, and you're certainly right there. You know, if I see that they have a party, and some of the boys are invited and I'm not, it just hurts your feelings more.
No, and I totally get it. And I called Blitz during the week and I tried to explain it to him, and it hurt me because I kind of didn't think of it the way that he kind of laid it out, and I just
Hold
felt.
on, let me just throw it back over to Anna for the ISO. Anna, thank you.
Yep.
Because the problem with Ashley's parties is day after Christmas, and it's always a bother. And I know. Like, for some people, it's a bother because it's a big, family day after, and no one really wants to go out. Big Red came to the first one when we first started dating, which is one reason, and he's a friend. And I just kind of didn't want.
I'm a friend.
You didn't want to pressure Bubba into going because you thought that would be a bother.
Yes,
I'm a friend.
No, I understand that, Bubba.
But here's what freaked me out more than anything, buddy, is that, and I'm not mad. I was just hurt because I start thinking that your wife doesn't like me. And I absolutely adore her. I actually care for her more than you, and because she makes the right decisions and you make the wrong ones, and she's probably what is your guardrail in life and keeps you from going over the cliff. But that being said, I've always thought that her and I just had no heat at all. And when I didn't get invited, I start thinking, okay, well, Dan, what would you think if you didn't get invited? You know what? His wife doesn't like me, that guy, so that's why I'm not going to invite her.
No, I get that point. Yeah, I get that point. And I guess the lesson here is always invite Bubba.
Joey Logano was invited.
You can always say no.
Yeah.
No, listen, don't throw it as always invite Bubba.
No, you should know.
No.
Like, if you're having an event that Bubba, you would think would have any inkling of a desire to.
No. I'm not even going to say that because I don't expect Rhett to invite me to his events. But if we are
friends with him,
but if we're close friends,
right?
Then yeah,
I invite you to 95% of the stuff that I do.
That's
unless it's a pure family tight thing,
right?
That's funny because you would think that. Because if I wasn't invited, I wouldn't think that someone didn't like me. I would think that I was forgotten, which is even worse.
Which is kind of
an oversight. Like, oh yeah, I forgot to invite you. Like that's worse than someone not liking you.
Both of them suck.
And not that this is a great excuse for Lummy, but I've been asked by Ashley in the past, hey, how come you didn't come to whatever? And I said, well, I wasn't invited. She goes, well, I told Lummy to invite everybody, and I was like, yeah, he didn't say anything. It's happened more than once.
But that's not the case with Bubba, though. I mean, 100% Bubba.
So what's the case with me, buddy?
Oh, he purposely didn't ask you then.
What's the case with me, Bubba?
I mentioned it a couple of times. I knew that you had a really busy schedule. We were doing it early, and I knew it was you were super swamped. You already seemed aggravated. I didn't want to put that pressure on you, like you had to show up. And I kind of overthought it and said, you know what, it'll probably be best since it's going to be at 5 o'clock. And Bubba's, doing podcasts all week. And I'm gonna leave
5 o'clock's when I eat.
But you were doing a podcast right before then, and
I
I'm
did do a bunch of podcasts.
Exactly, and that was that day. And I'm like, you know what? He's gonna feel obligated because Big Red's gonna be there, and Creed to Travis, so he's gonna feel obligated, and then he's gonna be annoyed with it. And
you mean Big Red and Creatine Travis, two of my best buddies?
Yeah, but I felt like it was going to be like.
Yeah, but they were at the baby shower.
Yeah, we're at the baby shower.
So
you hated the baby shower.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You didn't like that.
And I felt like you felt obligated to go.
It's a lot closer.
And you kind of were like, eh. And I was like, you know what? He's already having enough day. I'm going to leave him alone.
Newsflash. Inviting a man to a baby shower is one thing. Inviting him to a surprise birthday party
where there's pizza,
food, and cash, open bar Willie is another thing. I could care less how many Tonka toys that kid in FF's belly gets, but boy, I sure would like to celebrate your wife's birthday with you.
By putting pizza in your belly.
Yeah, by putting pizza and Tate's Pizza at that in my belly.
Yeah. So the lesson here, Lummy, is just you can say all those things that you just said on the air. You could be like, hey, listen, I know it's last minute. I wanted to offer you the invite. No pressure if you don't want to come. I get it. Blah, blah, blah. But just want to let you know you're invited. That's it.
No, 100%. And I regret when Bubba was texting me. I'm like, oh, man, I really messed up. I should have just said something. even if you did get mad at me, I knew that you probably would get over being mad at me.
Were you getting messages at the party?
No, the party was done.
Oh, okay, well that's good. That'd be the worst.
Because it was a short. It was a short party, so we kind of were in and out, and I just didn't want to bother Bubba, and I regret doing that because I do consider you a friend.
That's what, Lummy. I overthought it as much as you overthought it because I was just like, he's a coworker, he's a friend of what, 24. 22, 23 years.
It's been 20 years.
I feel as if I'm in good standing with your wife.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been so bad had the other Bubba Army people not been there.
Yeah.
Like if it was just family, fine.
But Big Reg, best friend. Larry Bellagio, best friend.
Yep.
Mitch DeMarc.
Your boyfriends. All your boyfriends.
Mitch DeMarc, a little bit of a pain in the ass, but nonetheless, Bubba Army Royalty.
Don't worry, he would have hung out with you, Bubba.
Yeah. Mitch DeMarc would do anything for me. I could have said, Mitch DeMarc, come pick me up and take me home and give me some of the mushroom pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want some guy on mushrooms driving you around.
So, listen, I mean, I haven't really looked at Chad. I guess I didn't really throw it out there. It's not really any type of paradigm that I need to see with regards to the results. But
they're hating on me.
No,
and I mean, listen, I've had the week. Obviously, it hasn't had anything to do with you and Dr. Dan, what you guys have been going through. But I have been stressed. I have not been looking forward to this day. But this
day, buddy, I know you think that this day was going to be bad, but I wasn't going to make it bad. I scare you sometimes and screw with you, but deep down, I love the hell out of you. And my feelings were hurt because indeed I do love the hell out of you.
Well, to be honest, Lummy told me you probably wouldn't like the band he had playing there. So, Pitbull Toddler.
Oh my God.
So he said, that's probably why you didn't go.
Let's knock it down a notch, buddy. I'm really, really fragile today. Okay.
Oh my God.
It makes you feel better. My eczema is really bad because of the stress level I've had. Yeah.
You mean your flaking skin?
Yeah, well, because you flare up, especially the stress, and you start. So all week I've been scratching.
You got a flare up?
Oh, bad flare up.
Flare up.
Oh, so you're blaming Bubba on that now?
No. But that's how stressed I've been because how bad I feel for not inviting you.
No wonder Ashley hates me. I'm involved in the flare ups too.
Yeah, he's scratching his ass all day.
Good job, Bubba. This is all your fault.
No, it's not Bubba's fault. It's my fault. That's how much
That's
how much I regret not inviting you.
All right. Well,
good save.
Lummy, here's the deal. I think the punishment I gave you killed you.
It did.
I think it, and this was, back in the day when I would punish you, I would physically punish you.
Yeah, but he's suffering physically. He's got eczema of his hemorrhoids.
No, you don't know.
I mean,
you don't know.
He's itchy.
You don't know, Danny.
Busted throat.
You don't know what was really the punishment.
Oh,
yeah.
So when did this happen, Lummy? Monday?
Yeah, the 26th. Yeah,
the 26th. I told Lummy.
Oh.
You cannot see your goats until we return on Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
I'll go over every day and feed them. And I don't feed them nearly as aggressive as Lummy does. And I'm not I don't go there and kiss their ass and talk to them. I go out there, throw them a little bit of hay, a couple scoops of this, and I'm out of there. I don't give them the love them and walk them around. I don't go walk them around the pond and talk to them and love on them and do little games. I walked out there every day. I made sure they had fresh water. I stopped by the studio every day. It's about 15 seconds from it's about 4 minutes from my apartment. E-biked over here sometimes. Got two Lummy, I've seen you do it before. I got 2 handfuls of hay. Yeah. I put Hootie up top. I put Baby down low, and then I went and got a half a scoop of those little niblet things that they like.
Pellets.
And they ate that, and then I made sure their water didn't have algae in it and that it was clean water. And that's it. Took me about 8 minutes. They didn't get any love. They didn't get any baby talk. They didn't get nothing. And so I think they really miss you. Lummy, did you have anxiety? I mean, were you freaking out?
Yeah, I actually was a big puss. When I talked to Blitz, I was actually crying.
Have you seen them yet today, the goats?
Is that true?
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
That is true.
I was crying.
You're crying?
You're
Real
crying
tears?
He
Real man
was.
tears?
Yeah, he was.
Like I miss my goat. Like give me an example.
Those are like his kids.
Oh, well, one, I was really upset about what I did with you, and that's a shoot. And then it got me emotional because I said then Bubba he blocks me from being able to see the goats, and I said since I lost Fletcher, they're like a dog to me, and they're really awesome. And I'm like with the holidays coming up and not having a dog there for the first time in like 16 years, the goats. I went and did the Christmas goat report hung out with them for a little bit and it was going to be cold.
If something ever happened, I would take the goats. I love them. I miss the goats.
So it was like I
don't think it's unusual punishment. I just didn't want you traipsing around here. I was mad at you, and I knew I could I could at least give them.
They were fine.
They were
hurt people.
Lummy,
hurt people.
You do need to, Lummy, if you could. Now that when it was really cold, you put little bedding down in there. Well, they have pooped in there now, so you need to probably get like a rake or something and get that out.
That was what I was going to be doing.
And then there's one other form of punishment, if you could, please. I have 2 heavy things that need to be carried upstairs. Could you do that for me?
Of course.
He's one of them.
And throw some rocks.
Oh, yeah, Lummy. And can you get some rocks and let me videotape you breaking windows?
Yes, of course.
Okay, perfect.
Out of Bubba jail.
And Lummy, we're just going to go until we hit 1, and then we'll blast out of there. Okay, buddy?
Perfect.
All right. So 2 things carried upstairs, back to goat privileges, okay?
Yes.
And then rock throwing USA.
Yes.